Hey guys, welcome to Digit.in, and in front of me in my hands right now is the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. The Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus launched in a number of colors, and the one I have in my hands here is the Aurora Black. First off, let's talk about the very basics. The processor in this is the Exynos 9825, built on the 7nm process, different from what's in the S10 and the S10 Plus. The Note 10 will come with a base memory of 12 GB, and the storage will be 256 GB at the very base and will go up to 512 GB for the higher variant. There will also be an SD card slot again in the SIM tray over here. So that's the basics. In terms of the design and the build quality, there is some things that have changed significantly in comparison to both the previous Note 9 and also in comparison to the S10 and the S9 series. Now, when I lifted this phone, I asked the person over here at the demo zone if this was a dummy unit because of how light it was. So, well, I was told that it is not a dummy unit, and for a matter of fact, actually weighs a lot less in comparison to its predecessor. So the Note 10 Plus is actually only 196 grams, whereas the Note 9 was a lot heavier. I have the Note 9 here with me, so I can tell, just by holding it, that it is much heavier. Now the display is 6.8 inches in size. It's got a resolution of 3040 by 1440 with an effective DPI of, or rather pixel per density of 498 ppi. That's how many pixels there are in this display per inch. It is HDR10 plus certified and is the dynamic AMOLED type from Samsung. So that's pretty impressive. Moving on to the back, you can see that the finish is extremely glossy, but there is a change in the camera stack as well. So you've got a triple camera setup, of course, on the Note 10 Plus, whereas there's also a time of flight sensor over here, a heart rate sensor, and flash. The camera, you get a 16 megapixel ultra wide, you get a 12 megapixel wide angle with autofocus, PDAF, the dual aperture, all of that. And the telephoto is essentially a 12 megapixel shooter again, but this time the aperture is 2.1 instead of 2.4. Personally, in my opinion, that's a big achievement. That's the really interesting thing here, because typically telephoto lenses tend to have an aperture of f2.4. This has 2.1, and we cannot wait to see exactly how much of an impact this would have on the overall quality. On the front, this is the camera. The punch hole has moved from the one side of the display to the center and has essentially a resolution of 10 megapixels and an aperture of f2.2. The battery is a 4300 mAh slab of lithium and supports fast charging up to 45 watts. Unfortunately, Samsung is not going to bundle the 45-watt fast charger in the box, so you'll have to buy that separately. But you will be able to still get fast charging up to, I think, 25 watts is what we've been told from the charger in the box. There are a couple of things that are also interesting about the new S Pen. So this is now a unibody design, so that's cool. But what Samsung did is they also enhanced the capabilities of the S Pen from just being a remote trigger to, oops, let me just switch that out. Yeah, from just being a remote shutter button to a lot more. You can do more with gestures. So for example, you can of course take photos. We're in the video mode right now, so I'm gonna get out of that and go to photo mode, take photos. Yep, you can do that. You can switch cameras with double click, you can do that. And then you can also do things with gestures. So I can do this, swipe up and swipe down to change camera modes, swipe right to change modes, camera modes. And so there's a bunch of things that you can do. Now what's really also cool is they've got this live focus mode in video. So essentially you can see that there's bokeh mode, portrait mode that's come to video. You can choose between 4 styles, which is your regular bokeh, your larger circular bokeh, selective color. Of course, that's something that's a lot of people's favorite. And you've also got this retro grungy thing going. All of these effects, by the way, also work on the front facing camera, so that's pretty cool. So the S Pen is also now a lot more capable, and that is the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. There will be three colors that we've been shown right now: the Aurora Black, the Aurora White, and an Aurora Silver bluish kind of thing. Just kind of like what the S10 had, but exactly what will be launched in India is not yet known. So thank you guys for watching this video and hope you liked it.
For the latest technology updates, subscribe to Digit.in and don't forget to hit the bell icon.